Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. I want to say to you guys watching the video last night, thank you so much for the support, man. We're going to have a lot of videos coming your way, and today is one of those raw ones where we got to take a look at the market just generally. I know that there's a lot of questions, there's a lot of what's, there's a lot of ifs, there's a lot of buts, all that. But we're going to look at it today. And so again, if you guys enjoyed the video today, a thumbs up is very appreciated. We have a lot to talk about, so we're going to get into it. First of all, we have been doing a lot of my account on Twitch. You guys know that. Obviously, half the videos on this channel are like re-uploads. But I'm doing a lot of this year live. I'm trying to show you guys kind of what I'm doing. I haven't been doing a ton of trading yet, but I think I'm going to start getting into that a lot on Friday and Sunday because I've been kind of watching the market and trying to see what the trends are and kind of how it's working this year. That's kind of been my main kind of goal, is to kind of get the grasp of it first. So we're going to go over a couple things today in the video. I want to help you guys at the end of the day. That's what this is all about. I want you guys to try to figure out the best ways to make coins and try to just keep your club at a good status going forward. So couple things that we got to talk about, and I talked about a couple of these things and how to start FIFA 22. If you want to watch that video, it is very good. It's on the channel. It explains a lot. But basically, we've got these new things this year called preview packs, guys. Now, preview packs are going to be very interesting for the market. They really are. Now, they are killing the market, basically, and they're only through 7.5k packs. Every single day, there's going to be a dip in the gold market because of these preview packs. Specifically, the players probably rated less than 85 because they're going to be more packable. But yes, every single day, millions of people are doing their preview pack, and some people are getting some stuff and they're buying it, and it's bringing a lot of supply every day. So today we had an example where there actually was a lot of panic, and that made sense because we got marquee matchups today as well. Now, you guys got to also understand there is a lot of supply coming from people doing advanced SBCs. That is also happening. But we got marquee matchups today, and for the group reward, it was a 25k pack, which is, in the beginning of FIFA, it's a lot. And the marquee matchups as a whole was 19,000 coins. So it's 19k for a small rare silver players pack, a mixed players pack, a prime mixed players pack, and a small prime gold players pack. So when you have that combined with a refresh of a preview pack, which is every 24 hours, it does cause for some supply to come onto the market. So we definitely saw some drops today. You're asking, guys, how do we get so many coins? You can watch yesterday's video. It will show you kind of everything of us starting our road to glory. But yes, we did pack Neymar of Advanced SBC, and that did really help. We have made some coins. We've done a couple icon trades. So basically, I sold a lot of cards, a couple cards yesterday for massive profits. Vini Jr. I had at 140 in my team, and he went up to 180k, so I took the money. I don't even know where Vini is now. But last night, I made the mistake of I got greedy. I did get greedy, guys, and I had a couple profits that I thought would rise this morning. I thought they were going to go up this morning. Now, Vini's at 177, and I'll give you guys an example of that. I had 3 gold Jadon Sanchos at 23k, and he was last night, I want to say he was 32. He's at 28 now. So now what's happening, and we're going to talk about this, but last night he was at 32. I didn't take the profit. I woke up this morning, he was 24, 23. So we had panic and supply in the middle of the day. So what I was expecting today is when I woke up, I thought the market was going to be up, and it wasn't. It was down. But I thought it would be down until 2 or 3. And the reason was people were panic selling and people were going to have pack supply coming onto the market. So when I was streaming today, I built a team and I told my viewers that I liked a lot of prices at around 215 because that was about an hour after marquee matchups, some relistings, and we also had those preview packs that I talked about. So this is my team from yesterday, which I only sold like 3 players because some of those were not worth a ton. So today I built a team. I built a team at like about 2 p.m., which is 7 UK, when we had some supply. And I paid, this is my way of trading and investing because this is the time of the year where I'm an RTG, like a lot of you guys watching, and I want to try new players. Now, we're going to talk about multiple things in this video. So I'm giving you guys one example of a way to make coins, and you can do this on any budget. I built a team today. Just built a team this afternoon. I built it at 2:15. It's now 4:30. I'm going to probably sell it tonight if it's up a lot. We'll check on that right now. My plan is that I thought it might go up. So we've got a couple high target players in here. We've got Kevin De Bruyne, Virgil van Dijk, and Joe Gomez. I would say Lewa's also a card that's selling. Coleman and Pirlo. We've got those guys. You're like, Nick, you already have an icon. What the hell? Chill out. All right, so Joe Gomez, guys. Let's look at Joe Gomez right now. So Joe Gomez is 48k on Footbin. But last night, and we're going to show you guys this screen, he was 61k. So this is when the panic started overnight. Panic. I was pretty surprised by this trend. Same price, and right here I got him, 45k. I thought that was too low. Very popular player. We've got Virgil van Dijk here, who we paid. I got to get the price for you guys. We paid for Van Dijk 253k. Now, last night, what I noticed, the trend is that at night, things are getting really rare and they have a lot of demand. So they're actually going up a lot. That seemed to be the trend after the first night, that the rarity drove the price up a lot on Van Dijk, and now he's 275. But look at what he was last night. And I think what happened yesterday, and this is kind of what I talk about sometimes, I think a lot of people spent a lot of FIFA points, pros and big-time players, and just overpaid for those top-tier players that day one. And I told you guys, I didn't think they were going to hold value or keep going up. It never happens like that. Last year, the same thing. Mbappe was like 1-4, 1-3. And I told you guys in the How to Start FIFA 22 video, he's not going to go that much higher. Ronaldo, I think I saw him at 1-3 at a point, but he went to like 1-9. What is he now? 1-6. So it's just interesting to see that people will really always rush. Neymar was selling at 127 last night. And what's his price right now? 1-1. So it's very interesting to see that. And a lot of the time that will happen where these guys will overpay against each other day one and we don't get supply. Like today we had marquee matchups that brought a lot of supply to the market with the golds. So that's another thing. Is there anybody else we didn't look at? Kevin De Bruyne. I want to show you guys Kevin De Bruyne. So Kevin De Bruyne, he's still 162, unfortunately, but he was 220 last night. So he went all the way up to 220. So we picked him up today, I think at 158, 156, which is a great price. So this was my way today of trying to make some coins. I was like, you know what? Let me try my best to do that. Now, Pirlo was also at like 400 something at some point. And what's crazy about these icons is that they get very rare. So, now Pirlo's at 500K. Once this expires, there's actually a chance that I might be able to sell him for like 430, 440, 450. So icons are also a really good way to start trading at this time of the year. They are. Let's check out Lewa and Coleman. We paid 62 for Lewa and 40 for Coleman. So let's just go on the market and let's see what's going on, right? Let's check out their prices and let's go over that. And then we'll get into a couple other things because I do want to get into there's a couple other really interesting things that I want to talk to you guys about. So Lewandowski, and obviously, guys, Lewandowski is a very high rated player. So the fact that he's now 70K, it makes a lot of sense, right? Very high rated, hard to pack. That price rise makes a lot of sense. So Lewandowski is now up on the market. He's up at like 74. I'm actually going to expect him to keep rising. And I'm not talking about being greedy, but there's no more supply coming. And a lot of people are going to build teams. So he should be continuing to rise. Coleman's at 42. He's a weird one because I actually think he's a little overpriced at that price, but he might see a 45K up to around that price rise. So how to make coins in this game? What's a way you could do this? Guys, there's going to be panic and supply every single day. So once you guys start to understand this trend, it's not that hard to really, it's not that really hard to work around. So you've got obviously all these meta players, right? I showed you guys. Joe Gomez was one of them. Actually, let's get on the market and check Joe Gomez's real price because I actually didn't even see it on Footbin. So he's 49. Now, obviously, he's a little bit lower rated, 82. And you can see today by supply, he got packed a lot. So he's having to fight the supply. The higher the rated, the better, and the stronger usually the rebound on those ones. And I'll check Van Dijk real quick. So the way I look at it, right, is with a player like Joe Gomez, and how can you make coins in this every day, right? So if you have this supply period going on every single day on the game, it actually allows you to make a lot of coins. I know generally it's going to be bad for the market and growing investments long term because the more supply, the more crash, the harder it is to fight the demand. But there's going to be a way to make coins every day. So it's, for me, when I look at it, like Joe Gomez was a prime example. Militao, even though they're low rated, they're still so in demand right now. So when Joe Gomez was like over 50, right? It's such a, can I get that? Okay, that's a great price. So 45 is still an amazing price. So right now, we can see that he's like what, 40? He's not even 46. He's like 48. No, he's more. So he's like 49 now. So he's going up a lot. So earlier, when he's like 45, during that panic supply or stuff, and you start to see the supply is going less or the card is really holding price, you most likely know that that's a buy time. That is a really good time to buy. And that's why I'm trying to explain to you guys why I bought my team at about an hour and a half after the main supply today. Because I felt like the supply wasn't coming anymore. I felt like a lot of people were going to buy back teams. And I think the really important thing was I had seen that we had panic for so long this morning. And obviously, we're in the first week of the game. So people need to buy their teams back and play with the players. So that was going to happen at some point today. And that's why I really didn't panic sell too much. I did sell some stuff in my trade pile. But the reason that I had done that was due to the fact that I wanted to be able to purchase some more panic stuff today. So I did that. Now, one way you guys can really make coins and kind of find and identify these players, Footbin Popular. Footbin Popular is going to tell you every single day what player is the most popular. Now, I want to show you guys. So with this panic and supply, earlier this afternoon, Haaland was at 100K. So if you bought like 5 Haalands, say you had 500K, you're making some nice coins. That's like 50K. So you have all these examples going on. Ousmane Dembele was like the mid 50s, low 50s, right? Very meta card. Goretzka was 200K. Now he's 230. So we're seeing a really nice rebound on the market of these types of players. You know, I think Werner's a really good example. Werner dropped a lot. Rashford went down to like 145, but you got to focus on the players that are really linkable. I think Joe Gomez is a really good one. I think Pogba's a good one. These are the these are the types of players, like the less than 250k players, those are going to rebound the most, because those are the players that people can buy the most. Valverde's a great one. Check out Valverde's hourly, and I'm going to look at Kimpembe because I think he was probably great today. Valverde got to 35, and now he's all the way up at 40. And that's like 5,000 coins a card. There's not a lot of tax there. So that's going to be your best friend, guys. It's like identifying during these periods of panic, trying to get crazy undercuts, crazy snipes, and just being persistent. Just going on a couple players that you really like for like 20 minutes and trying to pick up 5. Kimpembe got down to what, 34? He's up to 38. And that makes sense, right? PSG links. There's a lot to like with Kimpembe. French, a lot to like there. So that's one way you guys can make a ton of coins. A ton of coins right now. I'm telling you guys, that's going to be the main way. Because the thing is, once you guys can learn how to do this, you get experience. Maybe you guys watch me. Maybe you guys figure out. I don't know. It's going to be every day this year. Because you know what's the deal? With these preview packs, and this is the main thing. These preview packs, guys, are so unique because these are just 7.5s, right? Imagine some of the price drops that we're going to get when we have proper packs that are like 25s in the store, right? And everybody can preview that. Imagine that. Now, that's not going to be for a bit, but just imagine, right? And that's kind of what I'm starting to think. So that Pirlo just went for 370 on bid. I bought mine at 350. I'm not really in that much of a rush. I'm going to list mine at 411. Let's go 411. Let's try to sell Pirlo at 411. We'll take a little bit of a profit, and let's go with that. Another big thing that you guys can do that I love early on in FIFA, I really, really do, and I think this is one of the best ways to really, really make coins, is chemistry style trading. If you made it to this point in the video, you are very lucky that you have, because this is one of the best ways to trade in early on FIFA. It really, really is. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys how to trade with icons. That stuff is overcomplicated at the moment, and you guys should not be sitting there stressing out about that. Now, how does chemistry style trading work? I'll go over this with you guys because it's the best way to make coins every single year. Shadows and Hunters are the most expensive chemistry styles on the market. It's very simple. Now, this is a little bit more of a lazy buyer method, but you can make it work. You really can. You can make it work. So, when we take a look at it, let's look right away at that Azpilicueta that I see. So, Azpilicueta with a shadow, 3.3k. So, it's not going to work. But what you guys can do is you can do a couple different things. And I just love this because you start to figure out what certain players are selling at with shadows, right? And you try to pick off deals when you can. Shadows right now, I don't know their proper price on the market, so that would also be something really good to check. But this is a really good way to make coins, and I'll explain it to you in a couple of different ways. You have your standard way where you guys could be on open bid. That's really the standard way where you're on open bid. And let me just sit here for a second and snipe and see how many pop up. Oh my god, of course I messed it up. Let me see how many pop up with shadow at 3k. Let's just see. Because right away, it's like 3.3, 3.4. So somebody's sniping. So somebody clearly knows that this is something that's good to do. So you can do this with a lot of chemistry styles on bid. You could do this even with position changes that sell for a lot. But what I like to do is this. This is what I like to do. And I'm going to explain this because this actually ties into the first thing that I talked about in this video. That's a really good way to make coins, okay? So, when we talk about Kimpembe or Valverde, right? These were two players that I just pointed out that were really meta, really important, and were bound to rebound, right? What you guys can do is that when those players are dropping in value at that supply time, you can actually search for them with the chemistry style. So here's what I mean. When you look at Kimpembe right now, he's 37k normally, but with a shadow, you see what I'm saying? He's 40k. So this is where it's interesting, because when people are panic selling cards at 35 and 34 for Kimpembe a couple hours ago, if you buy those with shadows, your rebound potential is going to be way higher. So I will always recommend to you guys, when you're buying players on that downtrend, you don't necessarily have to, figure out how to do all this chemistry style trading, but you should look to filter them with chemistry styles, right? You're going to be able to sell them for way more, for way, 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 way more. And I think this would apply to so many players, and it doesn't even have to be shadow. I'm giving you guys Valverde and Kimpembe as the example because when they're dropping, obviously it would make sense to try to snipe it with a shadow instead of a basic because it actually adds more value, and you would be able to sell it for 1,000 to 2,000 coins higher when the rise actually happened. Those are some of my favorite ways to trade right now. There's a lot of stuff that you guys can kind of look into. One of the main things that I would say is another really good thing. I'm not going to sit here and say icons. Is Team of the week trading. The team of the week is very in demand, and it's rotating all freaking day up and down. So I'll show you this, because last night I was out of coins, and I really, Sar's a player that a lot of people are using, and he was 32K. And one of my friends, I told him to start buying some at 30, right? And this is it right here, 30. And now he's up to 36. And why? Because people are building teams. People are building. So you can see this fluctuation. You seen that this guy, Sar, yesterday at a point was already 35, right? And you see him go down to 28. You can snipe some at 27 and sell even at the minimum at 32. But even now he's 36. So team of the week fluctuation trading is going to be really good. Obviously, Sar is more of the guy on the budget. Vinny's been going up and down like crazy. I think Kimmich even this afternoon was 155. Yeah, he was 150. So now he's up at 170. So the Bayern links are going to the moon, right? And that makes sense. They're very linkable. There's a lot of good players in this FIFA with Bayern. So that does make sense to me, that the Bayern players are going up a lot. So it's going to be an interesting year with the market. I think the last thing that I would recommend to you guys, if you're watching this video and you made it this far, make sure you guys are doing the advanced SBCs. They are so good. They're going to make you so many coins. Do the advanced SBCs early on. They're extremely, extremely worth it. If I could recommend like one thing to do right now, I would go into the advanced SBCs. See if you have any players in your club, you can make it work with. That's always something that you should try to do first. But there are so many good packs in there. And the reason that my road to glory is even this crazy at this point, this early, is literally due to the advanced SBCs, guys. It's due to that. So if you guys want to see, a couple more trading videos, maybe 1 a week, 2 a week, something like that early on. Lucas Moura! Let's go! All right, boys. What an end to the day on FIFA today, man. We can definitely have more of those. Just let me know. This is one of the main ways right now that I'm trading and that I would recommend trading. And that's why I want to point out to you guys. So, unfortunately, this is untradeable. But Lucas Moura is a nice card to have. We're going to have to test him out because Adama has been making me go crazy. Adama's been making me go crazy in the head, guys. Adama's going to make me a crazy madman. So, yes, guys. Right now, the trend is that we're having a lot of panic in the middle of the day. Rarity rise at night. Meta cards going up at night. Seems to be the trend. We'll see tomorrow in the daytime kind of what the trend is tomorrow. I think we'll have a little bit more ease tomorrow. Maybe there's going to be that ones to watch early access SBC, but we're not going to expect a crazy supply or marquee matchups tomorrow. We may not have the afternoon drop that we have that we had today. Tomorrow's drop may actually be before 1. One big thing that a lot of people are also asking me about is price ranges. Klosterman is like a really good card, so I'm not going to sell him at 15K. I do think he's going to go higher. He was like 30 last year. I'm going to keep him. All right, I'm out of here, guys. I need to go rest. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.